I'm going to walk you through the process of getting screened and scheduling a COVID vaccine using the covidvaccine.Oregon.gov website if you're in the Portland metro area to get an appointment at the Oregon Convention Center. So if you live in the Portland metro area, there are other places to get vaccinated, community-based organizations. Some of them have vaccine. Walgreens, Costco, and Safeway all have some vaccine, but by far the largest kind of vaccination push in this area is through the convention center. So before you get started, I would recommend making sure that you have all the information you need for the person you're scheduling an appointment for, whether that be yourself or a family member or a community member. You need full name, date of birth, address, phone number, email address. And then if they have a social security, you need a social security number. And then if they are insured, you need their insurance information, including the name of the carrier and the group number and the ID number. Now, you can do this using a cell phone or a tablet, but I really prefer using an actual computer for it. I've tried all of those devices, and doing it on a computer is just easier for some reason. So, covidvaccine.Oregon.gov, you are going to click this bottom right corner with the little chat box. You can see I've already been in it, so I'm going to click vaccine eligibility. And I'm going to use a person that I'm scheduling for, but I do want to check out my eligibility. You have to go through this step. So I'm going to schedule it for someone who's 70 or older, who lives in the Portland metro area in one of these counties, who does not have a mobility-related disability, who does want to schedule at the Oregon Convention Center, who has not had an allergic reaction to a vaccine or a medication, who has not received any COVID vaccine doses, who has not tested positive for COVID-19, who has not had another vaccine in the last 2 weeks, who has not had close contact with someone with COVID recently. Okay, so it's saying that I've been cleared to schedule. So you're through the first part. So you click schedule now, it's gonna open another window, and this is probably what you're gonna see. So appointments are released in blocks, big blocks, on Monday and Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. So that is your best chance, theoretically, of getting an appointment. But I've also heard that slots are added each day as they become available. So you can really try this process at any point. So most likely you're gonna see that all appointments have been filled. That is normal. So what you're gonna do is the screening questions you went through will basically buy you 30 to 40 minutes of trying to schedule a vaccine. After that 30 to 40 minutes, you need to do the screening again. But within that 30 or 40 minutes, you can literally just refresh all the time. Just refresh, keep refreshing, and then it'll eventually time out and it'll ask you for an 8-digit code, in which case that means you have to kind of get re-screened through this website. So don't close, sorry, this sticky mouse, this website. So you can see it says start over, so you can start over if you need to do that. However, let's say you started this process on a cell phone and you want to move to a desktop, you can take this little 8-digit code and then use that on this website. Just email it to yourself or text it to yourself and keep refreshing. So basically that 8-digit code lasts for 30 to 40 minutes. So just keep refreshing until maybe you get appointments available. Once appointments are available, you need all that information to make an appointment. It is really, I think you have about 10 minutes from when you select a time to when it gets re-released. So make sure you have that information. You don't want to lose a spot because you need someone's health insurance number. Make sure you have that before you start. Also, when appointments are released, the site gets really overwhelmed because there are a million people trying to get their appointment. So you may not even see this site. This may load really slowly. It might say that the site has timed out or that the server is busy. You can just keep refreshing. You don't need to answer those eligibility questions again, as long as it's within 30 to 40 minutes. Just keep refreshing, even if it isn't loading. Once it kind of stops thinking, just hit refresh again. So hopefully this makes it easier to get your vaccine scheduled. If this was helpful, please pay it forward by donating something to a mutual aid organization that's doing good work, or an organization that is doing good work specifically for folks that have been disparately impacted by COVID. And I'll link to some of my favorite places in the comments.